So this is Oracle of Ages Randomizer. I'm playing on console via an EverDrive. I'm playing normal mode with Tree Warp on and random dungeons. I'm also not using a map tracker. So this could either be normal or it could be pretty awful. Alright, we're starting with a tune. I have to get used to tracking this stuff. And the graveyard key early on. Very early graveyard key. Oh, there we go. I need to, like, remember how to tree warp on console. It's just a heart container in the shop, okay. So we don't need to worry about that. This could potentially get a little interesting depending on how, Yo! Fox with the host. Thank you. It could get interesting depending on how many checks I forget about. Because I am known to forget certain checks. Especially in certain dungeons. Dungeon 3. But I think I should be okay. Like, part of me doing this is just so that I can see if I can remember everything. The other part is that SGDQ submissions are happening. And for that, you do need to play on console. So I'm like, okay, I can play on console. But generally, you also want to be not use the map tracker, because I wouldn't be able to use a map tracker with my setup right here. Okay, I'll take that. Tune occurrence is good. So depending on what we get over here, I'm probably going to end up going to Symmetry City. It's so weird only having harps right now. Imagine if we get another harp here. I have had Tune of Ages in this exact chest before. Okay, Sea Shooter's fine. You don't like the map tracker? It's hit or miss depending on, like, who's using it. I kind of like it. It's just easy to use. But I generally don't need it for the most part. There are a few checks that, like, you might forget about. Alright, we have our boy Moosh. Shoutouts to Moosh. Moosh... Oh man, I'm gonna have to actually remember which screens to be on. That's the one thing that the map tracker uses. Like, it tells me which screens I really need to use the currents on. But I think I got it. Alright, bracelet's good. Yeah, we've had a lot of Ricky. I think it's this tile here. It's either this one or one up. Okay. Yeah, it's that one. And once I get started, I know exactly what I need to do for these. It's just finding that first carpenter that I need to get. So I'm probably going to go to Symmetry real quick. And then head back down. Because now we have access to Daegu Forest. And we can turn in Mystery Seeds. So I'll get the brothers, and then we'll head back out. And we technically have access to Dungeon 2 now. I am playing with random dungeons, so it might not be Dungeon 2. Ooh, Ember Seeds are good to find. So we got Ember Seeds there. Scents are scents are ambies. I guess that is a vanilla scent tree, isn't it? But you don't have access to it until after you get the scent seedling. Ooh, okay. So eyeball is good. I mean, we're not going to need it right now. But that gets us access to See No Return eventually. We still technically don't have any damage. Seed Shooter with Mysteries does not count. I mean, I guess we do have Bracelet. So we can lift stuff and throw it stuff at enemies. Like that. Don't have a way over the gap yet. Oh, there. Okay. Moosh's flute. That does get us some item. That gets us the beach item. Ooh, and a sword. Okay. Oh, man. Sword gets us seeds. But yeah, before we go back up to Symmetry City to get embers and go into that dungeon, Because now we have access to the graveyard fully. Let's go ahead and check this out. I can't do anything here. Yeah, I can't do anything here. So yeah, let's get our Ember Seeds, and then we'll make our way to the graveyard. So in order to do anything in Dungeon 6, I guess technically I could do one item when I get Ember Seeds. Oh wait, you know what? We wanted to do this real quick. Okay, that's a good item. So that gets us to the Deku Forest Seed Tree. Yeah, getting Moosh early is really nice. Because then you don't have to fight the ghosts. But right now I can't do anything in Shovel's Grave. I wonder... I'm smelling a shield here. Or this could be a very, very early logical potion. I mean, we're getting pretty close to being able to buy that potion. Okay. Now we can get everything in the grave. I think... Let's check the dungeon first. It's 2. Like I said, I was expecting a shield. But now let's go check the grave. Alright, what do we got in here? We got a brother emblem. And... a gaseous seed. Okay. Oh man. Something I just realized is those flippers. Those flippers give me access to Talus Peaks. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to buy that shield. And here's why. I'm gonna go and check out what seeds are in Deku Forest, and I'm gonna buy the shield there. Because it's only 10 rupees versus 30. Plus, I'm now able to get an item in Dungeon 6. And there's another item on the way to the tree. Right now, I'm just hoping that we don't have to go Talus Peaks right now. Okay. I'll take Power Ring. I mean, I'm not gonna use it right now, but like, I'll take it. Alright, what is it? It's Pegasus Seeds. Okay, I will take those, for sure. The only seeds we need are Gale Seeds now. Of course, we don't even have a satchel, so it's not a big deal that we don't have Gale Seeds. I'm gonna go for this one item here. Alright, it's just a key. You know what? Yeah, we're going back to the graveyard. We're gonna go back to the graveyard. And now we're gonna be able to, like, do some stuff in here. First check is almost guaranteed to be a key. Otherwise, I think we're locked out unless we get feather or bombs. So this could either be a very short dungeon, or it could be a very long one, depending on what items we get. I would not be surprised if I have to go Talus Peaks right now. That would not surprise me in the slightest. Or we just get Feather, and we get a French vanilla Feather. I'm gonna try and keep track of the number of items that I'm getting in each dungeon, since that is an option on this tracker. Oh, you know what? With Feather, that gives us Tingle access. Alright, there's a key. Yeah, we should be able to clear this dungeon. Another key. Another key. So that's 3 keys. There's a total of 5 in this dungeon. You're guaranteed to be skipping 1 at the very least. Oh wait, I don't have bombs. I can't do that. Not yet. Oh man. Satchel. Let's go. This is a good dungeon. I guess I do have Pegasus seeds. I could be using them, but this dungeon doesn't really. It's not very conducive for using Pegasus seeds. There's a lot of minecarts and jumping and weird stuff. Played a seed earlier with Jabu locking logical bombs. I feel like that's been happening a lot lately. Like, logical bombs have been like super late. I could do the cool tech if I wanted to. But, you know, keep it safe. We'll play it safe. We'll play it safe. You know what? We might get locked out of this dungeon. without bombs. Because we haven't gotten boss key yet. Unless boss key shows up over here. Alright, that's a small key. Vanilla boss key? No, okay. So, we need bombs to beat this dungeon. That is very interesting to me. Also, there's only one more item left in there. Okay. Oh, that's actually really cool. Interesting. I think we go Rolling Ridge now. Rolling Ridge is gonna be interesting. Because I don't know how I'm gonna keep track of everything. We're gonna be able to do a lot of Rolling Ridge. Oh yeah, there was a gaseous seed. You're right. I don't even, like, process gaseous seeds as items anymore. I'm just like, gaseous seed. This is usually a check that I forget about a lot, but since we're on our way over here, it makes sense to grab it right now. So we're going to try and work our way over to the minigames so we can get to Goron Shooting Gallery, so we can guarantee bombs. That is my next goal. So since I got all the items out of D2, there's no reason for me to go back there. I'll probably go back there when I go to get a potion. That seems like the most logical point to go. Just go grab potion, finish up D2, and then we'll be on our way. We won't ever have to come back to that area. And we only need the boss key. We have enough small keys. Yeah, I have flippers, so I can do the basement as well. Yeah, late bombs would really suck for the seed. Because I wonder if you could logically get all the way through there. I mean, we did, but... Okay. Okay. I think that helps me out a little bit. It's gonna make, I think I still go this way, though. Or no. I should probably go back. Go back this way. And go around. It's gonna get me there faster and get me checks along the way. Because I don't want to do anything else until I get bombs. We're gonna circle around, so I don't really care about getting the stuff down here right now. Like, we're gonna circle around here a couple times. No lava juice, okay. Ooh, okay. I will take that. Extra damage is always nice. No Goronade. I think we've already ruled out Toss Ring from Logic. Because we have the Seed Shooter. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Toss Ring actually come up logically. But it does exist. Nice Cassia Seed. You know what my favorite thing is? When I come here specifically to get bombs, and then he ends up giving me bombs on the first try. Yeah, it happened, I believe it was in a weekly. Oh yeah, I want to play again. It was a while back. So 150, 170, 190, 250. Alright, we good. And there's our bombs. Out of logic, but definitely worth. And of course, we still don't have our Gale Seeds. Alright, there we go. I will take that. There's still a possibility that our Gale Seeds end up there. Alright, let's see what the dungeon is. I can do a little bit here. I don't want to do too much here. Okay, just a small key. So this check is out of logic right now. But I'm gonna check it since it's the only other thing I can do in here. And it could be the boss key. Or it could be one of the other small keys. It's a small key. Alright, cool. We're done with there. Let's just check this while I'm thinking about it. It's a one-off check, but might as well grab it now. Okay, we do not need to worry about money for the rest of the game. Alright, so after this... After I do these couple bomb checks... I think I want to go... to Crescent Island. We have access to Crescent Island. We can do a lot there. Okay. Well, going up to the Talus sounds more interesting now. But this is also out of logic. Think of that. Bomb stuff is still out of logic. So yeah, let's go to Crescent Island. Check out the dungeon there. Do some fun stuff. Alright, it's Dungeon 1. Cool. Shadows the Noble Sword. Alright, that's an item. That's an item. Unfortunately. That is a key. That could be our logical progression key that gets us past the first door. So I have to grab that. Another gaseous seed. Not a very lucrative dungeon, but is a completable dungeon. I am gonna use that just so we can skip keys later. Nope. Alright, that is not a key, so that could be one of the remaining items, or it's the map. It's the map. So anything that doesn't beep is an item. There's gonna be... Alright, there's boss key. Okay. Alright, that's one of the items. And then I believe the other item has to be on the boss. Can he have a key? He might be able to have a key. Yeah. Alright, it's on the boss. Cool. Alright, what do we got? Also getting our first essence. Let's think. Yeah, I want to grab this because this is another check that I usually forget about. And then I might just bite the bullet and go Talus. No, I should check past Crescent before going Talus. Past Crescent has a decent amount of things. Also, we can plant the scent seedling. And we can put the Tokay eyeball in its place. Logically, we do not have access to See Him No Return yet. We need Cain in order to have logical access. Oh, yeah, let's check it. Why not? Yeah, whatever. Oh, this will be good. If this ends up being Gale Seeds, we can then use Gale Seeds to make our way up to Talus real easily. It's not. Okay. So Gale Seeds are Zora. Which we just need Tune of Ages to get to. Also, we still have not found logical bombs. Oh, there they are. Okay. Oh no, that's bomb lock bombs. Those aren't logical. Okay. Oh man. I think I have an idea. We're not going to Talus yet. But I have an idea that we can do before going there. It's kind of along the way. We're gonna go do Ambies. Logical bombs are probably either up here, like in here, or they're up on Talus Peaks. Those are the most likely spots at this point. Because to get in here, technically all we need to get was that mermaid suit. Because we already had everything else we needed. What are these teleports? Just taking the longest possible path to get her where she wants to go. There they are! There's our logical bombs. Ooh. Okay. That's a nice item to find too. I'm considering going back into Dungeon 6 now. Because we can do a little bit more now in there. We can actually do quite a bit. We are locked out of the back half because of the lack of cane. But we should still be able to do quite a bit in there. And if we do end up finding Tune of Ages, that'll help us immensely. Yeah, this seed has been pretty interesting overall. Kind of back and forth, but it's kind of to be expected from an Aegis seed. Interesting. So we can do that trade if I want to. But I don't want to do that right now. Pegasus seeds. Where were the they were at Deku Forest, weren't they? So we could go for a refill while we're over here. Wow, there's only the one Pegasus tree, isn't there? Yeah, it's only one Pegasus tree. Alright. So that's 2 small keys. I still have, what, 2 more items I can get right now from here? I can get this, and then I can also get the one from the color room. I didn't do that. I wasn't able to do that earlier because I didn't have feather. I gotta remember to go back and get that before I leave. Alright, that's another key. I wonder if this is the 3rd small key. It's the boss key. Ooh. Okay, we might not have to go back to the present. That's good. Alright, this is an item. It's the map. Okay. So we're done with D6 for now. Everything else there is cane locked. I say we go do Talus. Like, this is the perfect opportunity to go there. We haven't done Composer yet. So Composer could still have our Tune of Ages. I did say I was gonna grab Pegasus Seeds, didn't I? Whatever. It's fine. I'm definitely interested in seeing what this Composer guy has. Because we had access to him for quite a while. It just was so hard to get up here. Oh, did I? I don't think I set my save point, did I? I didn't. I didn't set a save point back in town. That is my bad. Like, if I would have save and quit right here, I would have gone back all the way to Dungeon 6. Thankfully, I thought of it before I save and quit. Because that would have been bad. So if this is not the way, what could we possibly need? There is the bomb check, West Rolling Ridge, that I didn't do yet. That's a possibility. I think that might be the only other possibility right now. Oh, we can do the Goron trading with the vase. But I think this is definitely the way to go, because we have access to the dungeon. If you have access to the dungeon, you might as well do this. Because you never know. Tune of Ages could be locked inside that dungeon. It could be Dungeon 8, and Tune of Ages could be in there. And yeah. At least we have Pegasus Seeds, right? Shoutouts to that weekly seed from like 2 weeks ago. That was a painful seed. I kind of want to conserve a little bit, just in case it ends up being Dungeon 8. Oh, wait, Dungeon 8 is not going to matter, because we can't actually get into Dungeon 8. We need the cane in order to even get in there. So everything is pointing towards Tune of Ages maybe being up here. Because that'll give us Zora access, which will then give us Jabu access, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, by Fairy Powder being there, that rules Dungeon 8 out of potentially being here. Unless, there's the only one option. Unless Tune of Ages is available. Or the cane. The cane is available somewhere else. Tune of Ages is probably in here, no matter what. Like, it's gotta be in here, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be in here, but there's a pretty good possibility. It's Jabu, okay. We can do a lot in here. Not really. We only have a level 1. We could do a lot with really awful routing. We still don't have Cane either. Ooh, we can't do that either. So yeah, we can only do like the first little bit of this dungeon. So that was an item. Alright, so if we're gonna make any progress in here, we have to lower the water level. If we lower the water level, we can only get 2 items. Well, let me just save again. I know I saved, but I'm like super paranoid when it comes to saving. So yeah, we can get 2 more items in here, and that is it. And that's telling me that unless we find something here that opens up a lot of things, aka the Tune of Ages, we're gonna have to go back over to Rolling Ridge. You would do that to me, wouldn't you? At least we're getting a key out of it. So, key for a key. But, we're going back to Rolling Ridge. I gotta think of, like, what the best way to get there is. Yeah, Jabu key logic is weird. Jabu in general is weird. That was another item that we got, so I can lower that by 1. Yeah, okay. I like this. I like this route. I actually like this route. I'm going this way on purpose. I should have gone through the... I should have gone through the present one because we need to go through there anyway. But yeah, we're gonna go through this way so we can stock up on Pegasus seeds. And then we're gonna come back down and go to the other side. Okay. Imagine if the Goronade is our progression right now. Think about that progression for a second. Having to go all the way through Talus Peaks to get into Jabu. It's probably going to be faster for me to go this way at this point. We go into Jabu and have to lower the water level so that we can get the Goronade. Oh, this routing is kind of sick, actually. Yeah, Vase is in the past. Oh man, this is sick routing. Not really. I mean, anyone could have done this routing, but the way we're doing it is gonna work out in our favor. And we're gonna get more Pegasus seeds. Oh man. This place has so many Pegasus seeds. Alright, if this isn't progression, I'm not sure where I need to go. It's not progression. Okay. Now where can I go? I can go back to 2. But I think we got everything out of 2. I guess we could go to, yeah, I just need the essence from 2 at this point. I think this is out of logic, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I can't think of anything else that I can do. Because I thought you need Cain in order to go through the dark room, but this is the only thing I can really think of right now. We did the trade already. We did the trade for the vase. That was 50 rupees. But yeah, this is the only thing I can think of. But logically, I think this is out of logic. Fairy's Woods. I think I might have forgotten that one, actually. Yeah. Imagine if that's Cain. Right, did I get that one? That's one of those ones that you don't really think about that often. I mean, we're already here. Let's just go ahead and see what dungeon we've got. Like, if we get 3, we can full clear it. Oh, not full clear. It could be shovel. Shovel locked. Worst case scenario is we just find out what dungeon's here. Okay. We get access to another dungeon while we're up here. And it's 5, so we cannot clear the dungeon right now. Again, we are Cain locked out of this dungeon. We can do as much as we can. Yeah, if we get a French vanilla Cain, now that would be something too. To go with our French vanilla feather. Oh yeah, we could go back to D6 present. That is very true. Now that we have access to the east side. Yeah, these are like little things that I just don't remember when I'm not looking at a map tracker. Alright, we don't have too much left that we can do here. Especially since we got an item. That's 2 items, okay. Actually... the only thing that we can conceivably do is the vanilla cane chest, but I'm not going to keep it. If it's nothing. Alright, it's a key, so everything behind key doors are bad. So we're out of here. So D6 present or Fairy's Woods. Let's do Fairy Woods first. That's gonna be a quick one. Yeah, I definitely did not do this, because that's still like that. Okay. This is one of those places you just don't come to. Alright, it's nothing. The other dungeon. D6 present. D6 present was D6 past, right? Yeah. We know Kane cannot be in whatever dungeons in D6 present or on Dancing 2. Assuming that the logic is correct. Alright, yeah, we have 2 keys, so yeah. Might as well go this way. Heart container. It's nice, but not what we're looking for. Alright, so with all 3 keys available, that means this is in logic. Okay. Okay. It's Soon of Ages. Well. Yeah, we're gonna go straight to Zora, I think. Because that'll get us Gale Seeds, that'll speed everything up. Yeah, it doesn't beat vanilla mermaid soup, but that is pretty good. Oh wait, I didn't get my potion. I'm an idiot. I could have grabbed the potion so I can do everything here. That's fine. Because we're gonna get Gale Seeds. We'll be able to go back to the graveyard, get our potion, beat Dungeon 2. All that fun stuff. Okay. That is a good item to find. That gets us back into Jabu. So at this point, we are just missing Kane and Crown Key. Oh man. I do kind of want this. Oh man. And I only have 2. And there we go. Okay. Do I try it again? I want to try it again. I'm just getting late every time. I can't hit the right frame. I'll give it one more shot. I just wish I had more Pegasus seeds right now, so I didn't have to reset every other try. That looks good. Yep. There we go. Nice. So that's good, because now I don't have to go back and fill up on seeds. Go to each individual tree and fill up. Yeah, I'll take it too. This is a very, what's the word for it? Very useful library. Like, it's the quality of life library. Alright, let's go finish Jabu. There is a key over there, yeah. So hopefully that's not boss key. That's the only thing I can't get right now. But if we find boss key elsewhere, we're fine. Oh, okay. There's Arcane. So we needed to get the level 2 Switch Hook in order to get Cane. Alright, there's a key here, which necessitates that the back of the hallway is out of logic. Oh yeah, I have not been counting items at all. Oh, we got Cane, that's for sure. I'm very bad at keeping track of the amount of chests I'm opening and what items I'm getting. Alright, let's just see if this is a key. It's not a key. Well, I don't think it could be a key. Like, logically, when another key is locked, I don't think there can be a key there. This could be boss key. Or it's another small key. Okay. I think there's a good % chance that that is gonna be boss key. There's still 2 more items that we can get. How many keys have I seen? I think I've seen 4 or 5 keys. Well, now I've seen 5 or 6. Okay, this is a key. This is the 7th key, and it's small. Okay. So that puts boss key on the bottom floor. Cane locked. And level 2 switch hook locked. So we'll just clean up this dungeon, and then after this, we will clean up 2, I think. I think that's probably a good starting point. Oh, oh! I didn't mean to do that. Ah. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, we can clean up 2. Yeah, we're gonna want to do that. It's a little bit faster, I think. Just because you don't have to watch the animation of the second button. So I'm pretty sure we're down to 1 or 2 items. Plasmarine probably has an item, actually. And then there's the item in the back of the hallway that we're not gonna get. So the unfortunate thing is, since Crown Key is our Go Mode item, it can be anywhere, realistically. And what also kind of sucks is that our Go Mode dungeon behind the Crown Key is going to be 4 or 8. Neither of which are good for Go Mode. Okay. Or wait, we haven't seen 3 either, right? Did I go in? I don't think I went in. No, I don't think I did. Ooh, okay. Yeah. We're gonna do this real quick. Just because we need to get it done. And we all know the only thing we need here is the boss key. We already got all the items. We just need to beat this dungeon. We need to get our potion. Now the question's gonna be, where is our boss key gonna be? There's what, 3 potential options? There's the bomb wall over here, the bomb wall by the ropes, and then the basement. Do I have... That answers my question. Alright, there it is. Cool. Alright, let's beat the dungeon. Okay. There's still a key, and then boss is gonna have map, I think. I think that's how it's gonna have to work. Yeah, there's definitely one more key out there. And then map on boss. Yeah. Makes sense. Like, I was just trying to think of the logic behind how many items are left. I haven't done this fight on console in a while. So my timing was a little off at the beginning. But we got it. And that is indeed map. Okay, cool. We did get some items out of 6. I don't know how many. I know we at least got a Tune of Ages out of there. What else did we get out of 6? I don't even think we got that much otherwise. Okay. Let's go see Jabu Jabu. 4, 8, or 3. Those are the options. Well, I will definitely take a shovel if I'm going into 3, potentially. It's 8, okay. 8's fine. This is actually a good dungeon for us to get while we're not in go mode. Because you have to clear it anyway. Nice Gasha Seed. So that's an item. I'm gonna try and keep track of items in here. That's a map. That's key number 3. That's key number 4, okay. So that's the key that's gonna get us all the way to the bottom and be able to get the floor puzzle. And there's boss key, okay. There's our first slate, okay. So we still need 3 more slates. There's 1 more small key out there. And then everything else is going to be potentially an item. Oh man, that was an awful phase. Well, that's an item. That's an item that I don't care about. I don't even want to mark it, but fine, I will. We have what, 2 slates? Yeah, 2. Three. Well, there's another item. That pretty much confirms that this is going to be a slate. It's either going to be a slate or it's going to be the small key. Those are the only two options. Hopefully this is the slate. I don't know. I don't know which one I prefer. Like, having the slate here and going to the boss and then getting a small key on the boss, or getting the small key now and then just leaving right after the boss. Okay, this is small key. So we're gonna have to do that strategy anyway. So boss has the final item here, guaranteed. We are gonna get to fill up on Pegasus seeds, which is always nice. Alright, there's the slate. Alright, what item are we gonna get here? It's just rubies, okay. Moving on. So at this point, I think the best dungeon to do is 6. There's a lot of items we can get there. Actually, I don't know exactly how many items we're going to be able to get in 6. I mean, worst case scenario, we're just going straight to the end anyway. So we might as well do it. I have not checked the other dungeon yet. I'll do that after this. Because that's a full other dungeon to do. Like this we at least know, okay, we're gonna finish it off real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna need a key. Alright. So there's a key in the underwater plus an item. Alright, there's the key. So let's check the item. This is one that you, like, would be nice to skip. But if this ends up being the key... So we know there's also an item on the boss. Alright, what do we got? There it is! Alright, we're in go mode. Let's go. That's why I came here. Alright, which one? I guess we'll do this one first. It's 4 or 3. I mean, it doesn't matter what order we do them in now. Yeah, D6 boss always seems to have something. Especially if, like, you're late in the seed. Alright, that's 4. Alright, we just need to find boss key. We want boss key to be early, so we don't have to go, like, searching for it. Alright, 2 early keys means there's probably something along the path. Whether that is boss key or an item or map or compass or something, there's gonna be something along this, like, starting path. Alright, just give me all the keys right now. Just give me 4 keys. That's what I want. I want 4 keys. No more. No less. And then the boss key. Alright, there's the map. We anticipated something appearing. Why did it have to be right there? So we got our 4th key. Hopefully that means we're gonna start finding items and stuff. Or the boss key, realistically. That's what we want. Which of the oracles is my favorite? Ages. I definitely prefer Ages over Seasons. Just because I like the puzzle stuff a little bit more. But I do like Seasons in terms of movement. Like, having the cape plus Pegasus Seeds is really fun. But I think I like Ages a little bit better. I definitely like Ages Rando better than Seasons. Why do you do this to me, game? Oh man, Crossworld is gonna be insane. Cape and Ages. We're gonna have to like develop like a million new things for logic. Because there's just gonna be jumps that are just gonna be completely insane. Like, we're gonna be able to do that jump without really caring. Imagine that jump being in normal logic. The stupid jump where you have to go back through the mini-boss portal because it moves the minecart out of the way. So you can make the jump. Normally it's a bomb jump, but with Cape it's gonna be like free. Alright, we need boss key to be here. Thank you. Oh yeah, you will never need that third key if you have Cape in D6. Because you just don't have to get that third one. Yeah, Crossworld is very alpha right now. Like, it's not even rando yet. They're just testing to make sure it works with vanilla games before they even start thinking about doing rando stuff. Yeah, there's some issues with, like, if you have Feather in one game, but you start using it in the other, it doesn't work that well. Like, Link gets kind of, like, stuck moving in one spot. It's hard to explain how it works, but it's weird. So this is gonna be 3. I'm actually kind of surprised that I didn't go in here earlier. But then again, the reason I didn't was because it was technically cane locked. So I knew that I had to find the cane before anything here could be logical. So in order to beat this dungeon, I'm gonna need at least one small key and the boss key. Because we have shovel, we can go through the mini boss by dropping the spinner. Otherwise, we're gonna need 2 small keys and the boss key. So if I get 2 small keys early on and then I get boss key, I don't even need to drop the spinner. But otherwise, I'll drop the spinner and then head straight up to bridge and see what we can do by the mini boss and stuff. But that is our guaranteed small key to start. That opens up the rest of the dungeon. Now we need at least regular, just boss key, or boss key and a small key. Like, this dungeon has a lot of variability to it, depending on your key usage. Oh yeah, you gotta check and see if the level 2 boomerang. Alright, there's another small key. Oh, the D4 boss can get damaged by it? That's interesting. Well, I'm betting that Smog won't be able to be damaged by it. Because Smog is, like, the stupidest boss in terms of what you can damage him with. Same with Ramrock. Ramrock is pretty static. Yeah, I should probably just go straight downstairs. Yeah, Seed Shooter. It makes sense. Because Seed Shooter is basically the exact same thing. Yo, nice damage boost. Let's go. I shouldn't have done that. I knew that was not gonna work. I just saw the P hat and I was like, oh, I gotta go the other way. Yeah, I wonder if Hyper Slingshot would actually do anything. Like, if it would actually be able to hit anything. You might be able to hit the crystal in D3. But some of the other stuff that requires ricochets, I don't know if you're going to be able to actually hit them. It probably can, if you go from below. Like if you aim it from below, so that the middle one hits the top and then the two sides branch out, it could probably work. Yeah, it's go mode D5, and I already have boss keys, so we're just gonna go straight in, go straight to the boss, and finish it. I would have been able to do this dungeon fully if I came here with Kane. But we came here without Kane. Ended up getting what was it, the mermaid key? Yeah, we got the mermaid key, so that's why I left Dungeon 3 for so late. Because it was technically Kane locked. The intended way is to use the cane to figure out where to go. Like, you'll put a cane block down and you push it around until it falls off, and then you go in a different direction. But jumping works so much better. Alright, there's our final essence. You know, for a while there, I didn't think we were gonna get to this point, but it's looking pretty good. We still have a shot at sub-estimate. Oh yeah, Kane is gonna be insane. Kane, like, completely breaks seasons. Like, there's a lot of, like, puzzles or, like, little things that you can do with the cane in Seasons. I don't remember all of them, but just play Dren's Plando hack with where he put all the Ages items in Seasons and also added in, like, magic powder and stuff. Yeah, you don't need Bracelet for D3. What other, like, things? There's a lot. Oh, you don't need Pegasus Seeds or Flippers to get to D3. Because you can hold the button down. You do need the bracelet for the mini boss. What other stuff? I can't even think about it right now, but like when I was playing it, I was like, "Oh my god, Kane is so broken." Oh yeah, all the magnet glove puzzles where you have to keep a magnet ball on a switch or something. You can just put the cane block down and not have to worry about using the magnet glove. Like, it's mostly like Switch stuff. Yeah, Switch Hook, you can do some fun stuff with. Yeah, it's because the game isn't made for those items. The puzzles in Seasons are not designed around the mechanics of Ages items. Same thing with Seasons items in Ages. Except, like, some of the Seasons items don't really do anything outside of Seasons. Aside from Cape. Like, the Magnet Glove isn't really going to help much. The level 2 Boomerang might be useful. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a combination. I think I do have a power ring. Yeah, I do. Oh, that was bad. And there we go. 233.53, sub-estimate. Sub-estimate, no map tracker, on console. Not bad. Of course, it would have been a lot better if we didn't have Tune of Ages on vanilla D6 boss key. Like, I don't know what it is with seeds lately, but I've been getting, like, required items on D6 boss key. And then I get, like, 10th try or later. I think it was, like, 6th try, maybe, today. It was definitely, like, 5 or more. But yeah, this was a fun seed overall. I'm trying to think, was Talus required? I don't think it was. Because let's think about it. Where was Tune of Ages? I think Tune of Ages... Well, it was in D6. So we had access to to right side D6 before going up Talus. Where were bombs? Bombs were on Maku Tree. So yeah, we did have access. Yeah. So technically Talus was not required. But it definitely required a lot of convoluted stuff by going to Ambi's Palace, finishing Ambi's Palace, getting bombs, and then going to D6 past, opening the wall, and then going to D6 present to get Tune of Ages. It definitely made more sense to do Talus Peaks when we did, because we had access to the dungeon. Whenever you have the Tuning Nut, it's a solid play to go ahead and just do it so you can get access to the dungeon. Like, if it was any other dungeon aside from 8, we would have been able to do a lot more in there. But 7, when you don't have Cane and you don't have the level 2 switch hook, you can't really do too much. And then 8, you can't do anything until you have the Cane. You need the Cane, Seed Shooter, switch hook just to get in. Oh yeah, the Mermaid Key was logically blocked by bombs because it was deep in D2. Which didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because that would have meant it was logically after unlocking the right side. But yeah, for my first attempt at not using a map tracker, I think we did a pretty good job.